7 years. That's how long I believed in my marriage to Ben. And for a crushing, sickening number of those years, he was sharing a secret with the one person I trusted most in the world, my own sister, Celeste. I didn't find out in a screaming match. I found out by scrolling through hidden messages that laid out years of my life as a complete lie. This is the story of how I uncovered their secret and waited for the perfect moment, Celeste's wedding day, to expose their betrayal and shatter their perfect world. Looking back, the signs were a trail of breadcrumbs I didn't want to follow. Ben started working late more often, claiming demanding clients needed his time. He became fiercely protective of his phone, keeping it face down and taking it everywhere, even to the bathroom. If I asked about the secrecy, he'd dismiss me with a smile. Just work things. Then came the change in his appearance. He began jogging, buying new clothes, and fussing over skincare. He said he wanted to be healthier, but the effort felt directed elsewhere. I turned to my sister, Celeste, for comfort. She was the bubbly, outgoing one, a professional wedding planner who was always there for me. When I told her Ben felt distant, she'd reassure me. Don't overthink it, Aud. Every couple goes through phases. That comfort was the most painful lie of all because she was the one pulling him away. After months of gut-wrenching doubt, I reached my breaking point. One night, while Ben slept, I did the unthinkable. I remembered we'd linked our digital accounts years ago. I reactivated the sync and grabbed my phone. My stomach knotted as I scrolled through his messages. The innocent-looking chats with Celeste quickly turned intimate. Inside jokes, late-night texts, and plans to meet. Then I saw a photo. Celeste wearing one of Ben's favorite sweaters with a casual, affectionate caption. But the real evidence was in their unencrypted chat. Detailed conversations about how to hide their meetings from me and Celeste's fiancé, Ethan. They joked about how clueless Ethan and I were. I found messages planning entire weekends together, all under the guise of client meetings or gym sessions. I was living in a nightmare, watching their betrayal unfold in real time. I took screenshots of everything. The worst part was pretending. Celeste organized a charity run, and Ben was unusually enthusiastic. I watched as they stuck close together, exchanging quick glances and lingering touches when they thought no one was looking. It was so blatant. It was truly infuriating. At the closing ceremony, Celeste even thanked her family for the support, glancing directly at Ben. While she gave her heartfelt speech, I was reading their messages from that morning, flirtatious exchanges about meeting up at the water station. I held my tongue, knowing a public scene now would only give them a chance to deny it. I wasn't ready to talk. I was ready to act. The day of Celeste and Ethan's wedding was beautiful, the picture of perfection that Celeste, a planner, always created. As Maid of Honor, I was expected to give a speech, and I knew this was my moment. I started with the usual pleasantries, my voice steady despite the adrenaline. Then I reached into my pocket, pulling out my phone. I've had the honor of helping Celeste plan this incredible celebration of love, I said. But what I've also had is a front row seat to a very different side of the story. The room went silent. I held up my phone, showing the saved messages. I read aloud their recent, affectionate texts, including a message Celeste sent to Ben just 2 nights before, saying, "You'll always be my favorite." Chaos erupted. Celeste was crying, Ben was scrambling for an explanation, and Ethan, poor Ethan, grabbed my phone and scrolled through the evidence himself. When he looked up at Celeste, his face was a picture of devastation. I stepped away from the microphone and simply walked out, leaving the lies behind me. The fallout was swift. Ethan walked out, and the wedding ended in disaster. The next day, I filed for divorce. Ben lost his high-paying job after a wedding guest shared footage of the exposure online. Celeste's wedding planning business was ruined, and she had to leave town. Their dishonesty destroyed their own lives. For me, the healing started with distance and a fresh start. I moved to a new apartment, focused on my career, and got a promotion. And then there was Ethan. We bonded over our shared misery and found a connection built on true understanding and respect. We're taking things slowly, learning to trust again, and for the first time in a long time, my future feels like it truly belongs to me. If my story resonates with you, and you've ever had to uncover a hard truth about a loved one, like this video to show support for reclaiming one's life. Subscribe to Beyond Emotions and hit the bell for more stories on finding empowerment after betrayal. Tell us in the comments, what was the biggest red flag I noticed that you think others should watch out for? Thanks for listening.